Welcome and Damnona to my fellow Sabassemblers to today's unboxing. I know it's been a while since my last unboxing, but reason for that is just simply I had problems with my computer, so I couldn't upload any more videos. I'm sorry about that, but you know, shit happens. So let's forget the past and look into the future. So as you know, today we have the XM Studio Cyclops statue, which comes in a relatively medium, small size box. But let's just continue and see what's inside this box. This is a statue I've already actually been waiting to unbox for a while, but since there were other statues I was more anticipating, I just left this one to open another time. But this will definitely be another great piece for my X-Men collection. So let's see how this will look like. Well, as usual, we have all this garbage paper around inside. Oh, since this is an older piece, this actually still comes with a handbook. Well, I pretty much already gave up that XM Studios will still bring back the handbooks, but luckily this must be one of the last statues of XM Studios that comes with this handbook, but I hope they'll still bring this back, even though I've pretty much already given up the hope. Inside here we have the art print. Oh, this statue actually comes with two art prints, since the statue also has like two poses. One we have here where he's just holding his head with the rays, and next one here where he's just raging out. Hope you can see that, but both art prints look amazing. I've actually never seen XM's giving you two art prints. This must be the first or only statue ever. But I'm really pleased about that. So let's just put these things aside for now. Okay, as usual we have the XM Marvel nice hardcover box, and on the side we have the you can see the X-Men logo, and this is a pretty flat box. I think this might even just be one layer. And on the side we have just a short description of Cyclops as usual, and also as usual let's get out all the pieces and we'll continue there with the assembly.
Atamo dum wada Gojam gidum dum wada Gondar gidum dum wada Raya gidum dum atamo dum balengada galgam መላየን ያስነገር እስኪ ሻል ቢለኝ አባይን ልሻገር መላ የለው መላየን ያስፈቅር እስኪ መላ ባገኝ ጭሞጋን ልሻገር እስኪ ተወኝ ሐኪም አጉላት አድክመኝ ምን ብዬ ነግሬህ ምን ብለህ ታክመኝ ምን ተሰማህ ብሎን ምንድነው ጥያቄ ምን እንደሚሰማኝ እኔስ ምን አውቄ አፈሩ ነጭ ጤፍ መሬቱ ሸጋብቃይ አየሩ እንደ ዋግምት የጎኑ ጋት ነቃይ እግሬ እንደረገጠ የአባይ ማዶ ነዳገት የኖረብኝ ህመም ይቶኛል ድንገት የምን ከኔ ለማይረባይ ነገር ይልቅ ልሂድ አባይን ልሻገር የምን ከኔ ለማይረባይ ነገር ይልቅ ልሂድ አባይን ልሻገር የምን ድንበር ለማይጠቅም ነገር ተያይዘን በፍቅር እንሻገር ለማይጠቅም ነገር ተያይዘን በፍቅር እንሻገር ከወንዝ ወዲያ ማዶ ጉዳይ የነበረህ የኔ ቢጤ አፍቃሪ እንግዲህ ምን ቀረህ ሙላቱ ካለፈው እፎይ ካለች ሀገር ምን እንጠብቃለን በል ወንዝ እንሻገር በሉ እንሂድ ወንዙን እንሻገር ከንፈር ዋንቅብ ያለው ብሎ ማን ነገረኝ በግላጭ በስማት ምቻ አጠናገረኝ ህመም ያለ ክፍቴን መቻወቀልኝ ሰው ናፍቆት ነው ጉልበቴ
Okay, welcome back. I've unboxed all the pieces as usual, as you know, and this statue doesn't come with too many pieces, but you have quite a few like larger pieces like torsos, and you have a relatively small base, but the base is actually bigger than I expected to be, and even the torsos. So well, we have all the pieces and let's put it together. I believe we have to start with these small parts of the sentinel, which I believe should go in somewhere on the side. Well, it must be. Let's start with the other one, like this larger piece. These are all color coded, and I believe this one should fit in here on the side, or not. I mean, I don't know if the color coding is like so accurate actually. Well, let's start with the other one. Well, we have here the white part, white piece that should fit in here, right? That fits in pretty easily. And next should be one of these parts of the cables that should fit in here at the top and just slides down like that. And next should be these long metal bars that are also color coded and all come with a huge peg, and here you can see where Cyclops laser beam just slashed through, and the green one goes here right in the center and fits in actually without any force. Next should be also a smaller piece that goes in here on the side. There we go. And here we have the pink or red part that should, I think, also fit in, or it's a bit difficult to actually figure out which direction they fit in my opinion. Yeah, now we got it. And we have the yellow one that just fits in here right on the edge. So next we will have all these kind of small other connection pieces between the actual metal bars. I think they're all magnetized and they fit in, I believe, all crosswise, and they're not actually, like, I think, specified to any side there. I think they're all the same. It's just, you have to figure out they all actually touch the bars, and they actually immediately have to touch each other. These are actually out of metal, they're not like casted. And one more on the other side. You can see where they're supposed to go because there are like these small magnets you can actually see on the edges of the bars. So we have those, and last we have like two smaller parts where you can see that the laser just slashed through and it's still like red where it's just still hot, and that one I believe goes like here on one, goes on this side, and the next one I think goes, is it on the other side here. You have to make sure they're looking like they're pointing downwards so it all looks aligned. And we have the next part of the cables, which I believe should fit in right here on the side, which is a little bit hidden. You might need a few seconds to find it, but it is a little bit loose, I'll admit. And let's just try again to see where this one piece goes. Yeah, I think finally this attempt actually was successful, and this part of the sentinel just goes here. So next I believe should be the bottom part of the Cyclops body, which fits in with a huge key and peg right on the side. And that goes in with no problems. And well, logically it should be one of the torsos. Let's start with maybe the raging out torso, and that just fits in on top with a huge key. And we have his portrait right here, where with the open mouth, and wow, the detail in his mouth is just insane. That just fits in right there. Wow, beautiful. The statue actually comes with another smaller base for the extra torso. We could use that here, and I mean, you could use it for whichever torso you want, and we'll just leave that one aside, so to see when we want to, how it's going to look like when we are going to switch those out. The heads actually do light up. For that you need two LR44 batteries, as with all the other light up pieces of XM Studios. And let's just put these in quickly. Unfortunately, I only had 2 left. I'll have to get 2 more for the second portrait. And yeah, this one lights up, no problems there. Let's keep it lighted up. Okay, here we have Cyclops in all his glory, just raging out and shooting out his laser beams, and wow. The statue actually, as I said before, seems is much bigger than I expected, so just give me a few minutes to look at all the small details of the statue, and I'll be back there and talk about the details. Okay, welcome back. Since we've assembled Cyclops and I've had a few moments to look at all the details of the statue and all the different switch outs, I've probably come to the conclusion this is an amazing statue, guys. Well, let's start with the concept. I think they've definitely got the perfect Cyclops here, like this, since it's like made according to the comics, and he looks just like in the comics, and with all the extra details, I think they've managed perfect Cyclops. I mean, since this is the B version that comes with the 2 switch outs, I mean, this is not something. I mean, you couldn't want more. Like, this is perfect. And I mean, let's start with the sculpting. I mean, starting from the top, even the face sculpt of the statue is amazing. Like, all the details, even in the texture of the skin. If you look at the face, you can see how even the color changes, and especially inside the mouth. Like, the mouth is amazing. Like, you can see it's all wet, and you can see even the way the teeth are made. I think XM did an amazing job on this statue. And if you go down, like you have on his suit, battle armor suit, you have all these kind of straps, and even those straps have a lot of detail, and they all look like, I mean, I think they do look like plastic or some kind of, but not metal, or maybe leather, I'm not quite sure, but at least the body of Cyclops has been done amazingly. You can see all his muscles like bursting out, even on the sides, even on the suit. Like, you have different textures even on the sides and on the main body in the front. On the side you have some kind of more rough texture, and on the front it's just flat. But they did a great job. Even all the stitches, if you look actually extremely closely on the side of his face, XM actually even sculpted in every single small stitch, which I think it takes the statue even to a higher level. And if you go further down, like if you look at his boots, for example, like you can see this, they have a totally different color than the rest of the body. They have, I mean, you can see at the top they're kind of yellow, and as further you go down, the more it turns into kind of brown, mustard yellow kind of color, similar to the boots, how you can see it's where they wear off, and the texture changes, so they look more like leather, and it looks actually very much like real leather, and it's done very realistically. And the gloves actually have the same or similar texture like the boots, so there is some kind of harmony between those things. And the base, at least, I mean, the base I think is insane. Like, there's so much detail, every single like kind of stone or of the ground, and all the metal bars. I mean, it looks like Cyclops has been standing, I don't know, next to a bridge, or I don't know if this is part of some kind of construction site where his eyes just like, I mean, his laser eyes just like slashed through, and just a few moments ago, because they're still glowing and they're still hot, and wow, even the paint job on that is insane. Talking about paint job, I think this is a perfect statue. I can't see any, I mean, any kind of overflowing, and XM did also an amazing job with the seam lines. There, you can't see any seam lines. They did a great job hiding those, you know, on the torsos and the head, and you can't see anywhere. I mean, not just on the body, but even on the base. Like, there isn't really anywhere where you can see really seam lines. And especially the metal, and these metal bars, they have been done amazingly, I think. From all parts, these metal bars look so realistic. It looks like it's a real metal. Like, some of those actually feel like metal, and I don't know, there's nothing to complain about the statue in my eyes. And since this is the B version, it also comes with this extra base for whichever torso you want to display. I mean, the base is extremely heavy. I mean, this looks small, but it's pretty heavy. Let's just switch out these torsos and see how those look like. I mean, here, if you look at the torso, it has like this kind of X shape, so kind of implication for the X-Men, and that's been done amazingly. Even like, I mean, the width, and I mean the weight, and also the color of this base looks like kind of bronze kind of color, almost like a kind of pedestal where you display kind of medals of honor. So it almost gives it like kind of extra prestige feel to, so you can display this extra torso, and you can put it like just for your collection, and this gives the whole statue, as I said, like a kind of prestige kind of feel, and takes it also to another higher level. So well done XM on that. And next, unfortunately, I don't have the extra batteries for this statue. I mean, for this portrait, but this also looks really amazing. I mean, it makes the statue a bit smaller. I don't know, which way I'm gonna display the statue. I think both look great. The previous, I mean, display option where it's just raging out, I mean, looks maybe more aggressive, or just shows all his power. This one is maybe more dynamic, I would say, where it's just like about to attack, and also looks great. But both are a great option for any X-Men fan, but this one, I believe, makes the statue a bit smaller. Talking about size, let's measure the statue in height. With this option, the statue is 48 and a half centimeters. In depth, I think maybe the frontest part might be his knees, and that's about 31 to 32 centimeters, and width would be, I believe, this part of the base to the other part of the base. That would be 36 to 37 centimeters. Actually, it's okay. It's not like a huge statue. It's easily to display, I believe. And let's just switch this out again and measure how big it is with the other torso. Probably should have measured it before than switching these out all the time. And with this option, I think the only main thing that only changes is the height. And with this option, it's going to be 52 and a half centimeters, I would say. And the width, I don't know, that doesn't change either. It's just the height that changes, so both are pretty, I think, easy to display statues, and a great option for any X-Men fan. So if I really had anything to complain about this statue, it might be the hair of this of the heads. I believe these are made some kind of plastic material because they are extremely light, and I mean, that's not really a big thing, but it's just something I observed. And what I wish the XM would have done with this particular display option where he's raging out is maybe they could have given it some extra kind of laser beam look, just blowing out of his visor and his eyes, and that could have also lighted up maybe with some kind of clear resin material, and that would have looked amazing, I think. And they could have gone maybe for like 10 centimeters long or so, but I think that could have looked really insane, just like in the extra picture they give you, where here you can see also the lasers just shooting out. They could have added that on to the portrait here, but well, they decided not to do that. But that doesn't change, I mean, it doesn't make the statue any dramatically less impressive. I think this is almost perfect kind of Cyclops statue, and I can't complain. Like, out of 10 I would give this statue almost 10, like at least 9.5 for this character, since I can't complain about anything. And so I hope you liked today's unboxing and review. So well, I hope to see you next time. I hope to make more videos in the future since my computer's okay again. And for all of you who haven't subscribed to Sabassembler yet, please do so. We're still trying to reach the 1,000 subscribers, and thanks again to all of you who have already subscribed, and thanks for your support. So God bless you, God bless our statues, and have a nice day.
ነው ጉልበቴን የሚያልፈሰፍሰው ምንድነው ዘመዱን ፈሰስ ሲያግድም ናንቺ እንሞካከር ኩታህን አገልድም ከገጠምን ወዲያን አናውቅም ግልግል አቧራ ውስጥ ይጨስ ወለሉ እስኪነግል ነው ድምድም አታመው ድምድም ድምድም ወደ ጎጃም ግድም ድምድም በወልቃይት ግድም ድምድም ወደ ራያ ግድም ድምድም አታመው ድምድም ድምድም በለንግዲ አገልድም የመንከኔ ለማይረባይ ነገር ይልቅ ልሂድ አባይን ልሻገር የመንከኔ ለማይረባይ ነገር ይልቅ ልሂድ አባይን ልሻገር አምባጓሮ ለማይጠቅመን ነገር ተያይዘን በፍቅር እንሻገር አምባጓሮ ለማይጠቅመን ነገር ተያይዘን በፍቅር እንሻገር እህት ወንድሞችሽ የጠላት ማርከሻ አንቺ ዳማከሴ ህመም ማስታገሻ እንግዲህ ወንድምሽ ሀገሩን ካረጋው ልምጣና ስስምሽ ስታክምኝ ላንጋው እንደ ልቤ ሳጣጥምሽ ላንጋው ማረማ ዮሐንስ ማረማን በላየ ማረማ መይሳው ማረማ ጦናየ ምኒልክምየ ኒሻን ምልክቴ ቀልብ መለያዬ የባህር ዳር እሸት ማነው የጠበሰው የመኮድ በቆሎን ማነው የጠበሰው ቡከን ቡከን ይላል ፈልፍዬ ልቀምሰው ወትሮስ መች ጥሟል ፈሪ የደገሰው ለመተኮስ ማን ሁሉም ይተኩሳል ጀግና በጠመንጃው ጅማት ይበጥሳል የዘንድሮስ ጉድ ነው ያሁኑስ ይብሳል ፈሪ በጥይቱን በቆሎ ይጠብሳል እልል በይ እልል በይ እልል በይ እልል በይ